Okay, so when you think of Taurus, what are the first words that pop into your head? Probably something like stubborn, patient, reliable, right? Solid, like the earth itself. But what if I told you that under that calm, steady surface, there's a whole complex labyrinth? And yeah, it's got a hidden monster, but also a secret poet. Today, we're going to go way beyond the stereotypes and explore the incredible inner world of the bull.
Yeah, this is the big one, the trait everyone knows. It's that incredible, almost superhuman ability to just wait, to endure, to see things through to the absolute end. In a world that's all about speed and chaos, they're the anchor in the storm.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because when that anchor finally slips, something way more primal comes out. And to really understand that, we first have to get a handle on the foundation it's all built on.
So, let's start on the surface. We all know the Taurian personality is legendary for its stability. But what does that actually look like in the day-to-day?
These are the classic building blocks, the absolute fundamentals of the Taurus archetype. They are grounded, deeply connected to the real, tangible world. They don't rush. Their approach is methodical, and that determination is what makes them an anchor for other people. They value consistency because, for them, it builds a real sense of security and safety. And what so many people write off as stubbornness is actually something much deeper. It's a profound commitment to their path. Think about it. In a world that's always telling us to quit when things get tough, that Taurian perseverance is a genuine superpower. They don't just start things, they finish them.
But here's where it gets really interesting. If you look closely at that solid, perfect foundation, you start to see these little, beautiful, unexpected cracks. Because it turns out, underneath that super practical exterior, there's very often a secret artist just waiting to get out. I mean, this quote from astrologer Linda Goodman's classic book, it just completely shatters that stereotype of the simple, earthy bull, doesn't it? It points to this deep well of sensitivity, this artistic feeling that Taurus often keeps totally hidden, maybe expressing it shyly, even anonymously. And this reveals another hidden layer. They might be quiet, but don't let that fool you. Their minds are often running at lightning speed. They are incredible listeners and observers, constantly soaking up information like a sponge. That quiet demeanor, it isn't emptiness. It's a mind that's processing, calculating, and just waiting for the exact right moment to speak. Now, to truly grasp the core of the Taurian psyche, we have to go even deeper than personality traits. We've got to venture into the world of myth, specifically the ancient myth of the Cretan bull. This old story is basically a psychological map. So King Minos gets this incredible divine gift, the bull from heaven, which represents amazing creative power. But his greed, his desire to possess this beautiful thing just for himself, leads to a monstrous consequence, the Minotaur, a symbol of appetite gone wild, hidden away in shame in a labyrinth.
And listen, this isn't just a story. It's a direct parallel to the internal struggle of Taurus. The divine gift, that's their amazing ability to build and create. The temptation, that's the urge to hoard that gift out of a fear of not having enough. And the labyrinth, well, that's the rigid routine they can build around themselves to hide the monster of their own unchecked appetites.
And this brings us right back to our original question. What happens when that legendary patience finally runs out? Well, the monster comes roaring out of the labyrinth. This contrast here really captures the core duality. Every single Taurus has both of these potentials inside them. On one hand, you have the nurturing provider, a force of nature creating comfort and beauty for others. But on the other hand, they can fall into their shadow side, the monster tyrant, driven by possessiveness and a deep fear of scarcity. That legendary Taurian rage, that's the Minotaur. It's been trapped for so long and it's finally bursting out. It is a pure explosion of all the repressed frustration, all the insecurity, all the territorial fear that has been simmering just beneath that calm surface. And it's so shocking because it's the complete opposite of their normal state. The mythic astrologer Liz Green frames this as the ultimate question for Taurus. Are they using their immense creative power for a greater good to build something lasting, or are they just hoarding resources to serve their own fear? Answering this one question is the very first step to taming the beast. So, how does the bull find peace? How do they get out of this mess? Well, it's not about killing the Minotaur. You can't just destroy a part of your own nature. The real goal is to understand it, integrate it,
and find the way out of the labyrinth you've built yourself.
You see, the highest expression of Taurus isn't about accumulating the most stuff or having the biggest bank account. It's about achieving a state of profound inner peace, a quiet heart, a sense of ease and naturalness in just being. It's about returning to the simple wisdom of the earth.
And here's how they find it. The way out of the labyrinth isn't through some complex philosophy or getting lost in metaphysical Disneylands. No, it's by going deeper into what is real and tangible, finding the secret in the ordinary. It's about accepting your body, your senses, the simple reality of this present moment. That is true Taurian enlightenment. And this brings us to a final, absolutely crucial point. The labyrinth isn't just some ancient myth. It's the prison we can build for ourselves with our own routines. A routine might make you feel safe, sure, but it can also keep you stuck. The real challenge is to know when the walls that once protected you have become the walls that now imprison you.
And ultimately, the journey of Taurus is really a universal one. We all have a beast of appetites, and we all have a labyrinth of our own making. So the real question this whole thing leaves us with is this: what does your labyrinth look like? And how are you going to find your way back to the simple, quiet center of your own being?